Here.
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supplies to your outposts.
What brings you to Aya?
For survival supplies, only Aya has. I'm waiting on clearance to enter the city, but it's taking too long. I understand their caution.
So we'll be helping them
the
out.
outposts need these supplies. I have to get them, now.
They let me into the city. I can help.
I appreciate that. To start, EOS needs a way to produce food to support population growth. They've requested quinoa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
I'll make sure to get those seeds.
Yeah, we know where she
Power
is.
is lagging without proper solar input. The solar amplifier would give them a boost. The solar technicians here may have the required parts.
I'll see what I can find.
All right.
You're always a welcome sight, Pathfinder. Still no word from our search vessel. How goes your hunt for the missing satellites?
Your people caught scavengers from Kadara port stealing them. There was a fight.
Camera angle, though.
Your ship lost.
I sent them out. And risked your life, too. The scavengers, Angaran? Have our deserters preyed upon us again?
We can lie if we want to. I think I'll be honest, though.
Criminals were my people. Exiles. They ripped your satellites into scrap. I brought what's left.
The initiative is supposed to explore, not steal and kill. Why would your people steal something that protects us all? Murder those who are only trying to help.
These were a few bad people. There are thousands of good ones out there.
How can we tell the difference? Maybe the others are right. What if you are no better than the Ket?
These scavengers abandoned the initiative, just like your deserters left you.
And we hate them too. Keep what your people stole and go. I can't talk to you anymore.
Sorry to hear things went south with that Angaran astronomer rider. Found a silver lining, though. The scrap satellites are gonna come in extra handy.
Not as handy as what we could have had, but I'll take it.
I know I shouldn't blame you, it's just... I'm sorry. Please go.
Your crew has been cooperative. I appreciate that.
We actually have
Can you imagine
some of our people here now.
venturing into space only to find more of your own people?
When we discovered the first relay, what if instead of Turians?
We'd found humans. Gives me chills just thinking about it.
That would be pretty insane. Solar technician.
You work on the solar panels. Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
I was about to say, is he just going to hand it right to us? Well, geez, that almost pays for it. Alright, let's take it. That's one thing down. Okay, I
Weird
thought it was
question.
the person over there
You
at
don't
the
have
store.
any quinoa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some?
Yeah, so we'll be taking those. That's easy enough. Oh shit, we can get through this door now.
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. 10 out.
I've never lied to a director before.
Okay. Well, let's talk then.
Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
Wow, yeah. It must have been a hell of a briefing.
I assume you're trained for first contact diplomacy.
I'm a social anthropologist with a linguistics background. Close enough for Director Tan. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
Ain't that the truth? So, who did what?
If something's wrong, I need to know.
Maybe you can help me fix it. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
We'll go ahead and focus on it.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
Yeah.
How many of our people have they let into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
That's huge.
It's more than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social visits, but I'm holding my ground. We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all
Yeah, I
things
agree with that.
considered. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
Aside from Sorvis Len, is everything okay? Need anything else?
Actually, yes. Director Tan gave me a project. He wants more Aya natives to live on the Nexus. He thinks it will deepen our partnership. A few Angara expressed interest, but none of them will agree to live on the Nexus without speaking to you first.
To me.
Why me?
After what you've accomplished? I didn't want to bother you, but you asked. I'll point you towards the candidates. If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
Sure.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
So we don't really have anything to scan. We will take that though.
The ambassador's messages are overflowing again. Pathfinder.
Nothing else.
The ambassador's messages are overflowing again.
Okay. Nothing from those guys.
I met your Nexus ambassador. I find her practical and respectful. She'll fit in well. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm glad to hear it, but Looks like we
Thanks for
don't
your
have anything
time.
else to talk about.
Ishare, Pathfinder.
Oh, we do have something else. Alright, Governor. The recent creation of an alien embassy and permission for non-Engar to enter IS cities has created numerous potential conflicts with our governing laws. One particular area of concern is in the resolution of such disputes. These aliens are not citizens of Aya, and therefore do not possess any legal rights or responsibilities. More importantly, we can't enforce punitive measures on them for violating our laws. It's impractical to grant all these individuals diplomatic immunity. Sooner or later, this legal murkiness will become a significant problem. I'd prefer we clarify our position now. Please review my attached document. It's slightly under 300 pages and not as thorough as I'd like, but I believe it represents a good start. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Oh, here he is.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Really, man?
Ambassador Riala sent me to check on you. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course.
This dude is
I
full
was
of
measuring
himself.
the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Okay. Did he say how?
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
I think we best just talk to the dude instead.
Sounds like there's more to this. Don't suppose you caught his name.
Didn't ask, didn't want it, didn't need it. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters, see if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
Okay. Keeps that attitude up. Someone around here is gonna kick his ass.
I've told you everything. My work is time sensitive. Stop wasting it.
Come on.
Pathfinder, Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
I mean, we can't guarantee anything.
We'll take every precaution, but entering an alien environment is always a risk.
I appreciate your honesty, and so will my family. I'll convince them to let me go. Thank you.
Being that there were so many different species and such to begin with, we're kind of used to doing that, so...
Hello, Pathfinder. Hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
Is this Angaran? I found it on one of your homeworlds.
Son above. It's an ancient Ravan, a musical instrument. It uses Angara's body energy to produce music. We have them now, but nothing is beautiful. The songs it played were probably lost long ago. How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories, it's all gone.
You're
Yeah, look to
already
the future.
rebuilding. Look at Aya.
We have a long way to go. In any case, relics like this help us.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
Of course, Peebee's still in here.
I love seeing our Milky Way peeps mingling with the Angara. It's early in our interspecies relationship, but I hope we can build on the momentum.
We have an amazing opportunity and a great responsibility.
Whoa, that's your inspiring voice. You really can't turn off diplomat mode once it's on, can you? Just riding you, Ryder. Keep up the good work. Ryder.
Avela's getting restless.
Shit, we can enter here.
What do you expect? She used to crawl through cat-infested ruins.
She's braver than I could ever be.
Efra should have come to me.
Shh, Axel, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's she doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Axel, Ryder rescued me from the cat. She risked her life to...
Okay,
So
yeah, I
Kelly
remember who
saved
Axel is.
Kadara. Look how that went.
Yeah, not the best example. I don't want to say, well, I'm different. I like this one more.
I don't condone what happened on Kadara. But one bad experience
The hell
doesn't
is with the
define an
camera?
entire species.
Your kind has a history of treating each other unfairly. Just ask the Krogan.
How did you?
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the cat, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Axel...
Oh, man.
He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the cat, even without exaltation, they change us.
I mean, yeah, there's hope, but this could be a big problem for both sides.
Whoever Axel was, he's dangerous now.
Pathfinder, please help him.
I'd like to.
I don't think he'll let me.
I can't let him go. Not yet.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
That was really odd timing. I hope it doesn't have to do with what Axel just said to us.
I found a device Ven was using to communicate with the Archon. I think we can use it to triangulate that Ket flagship's nav point.
All you have to do now is board it, steal the Meridian artifact, and escape in one piece.
Yeah. Any ideas?
You've been there. Tell me what to expect.
I saw very little. Corridors, an interrogation room, my prison cell. The Archon's vessel is a place of pain and death for the Ket's enemies. No one has attempted anything like this before. For all our sakes, you must succeed. Now it's my turn. Evra informed me that the despot of Kadara Port, one of your people, executed Ven Terev.
I could say in a way, yeah, he deserved it, but I don't know if we actually had the right. But again, it wasn't exactly us, it was Sloan, and we didn't want to step on her toes. Go this way.
Sloan isn't with my people, and she doesn't speak for us.
Her actions spoke loud enough. She had no right to kill Ven. What he did was inexcusable, not unforgivable. This isn't what I wanted. Regardless, it's done.
I'd like to know more about you.
What about me intrigues you?
You're an expert on several topics. Remnant, Ket, stuff I don't even know exists.
All true. Why? Do you want to be my student?
Is that an option? Because I didn't train for this job. At all.
Yet you do it well. There are two kinds of knowing. What we take in from the universe, and what's already inside us. You have the essentials figured out. The rest you can learn as you go.
Are you originally from Maya, or someplace else?
I was born on a research vessel in deep space. My parents were explorers. They never stayed in one place long. My own work has taken me to every world, many times over. They all try to claim me as their own, but if I'm honest, my favorite chair is here.
Okay.
You and my crewmate have a close relationship. Any advice? Hints?
He talks in his sleep.
Huh.
Worth it for the look on your face. Jarl is a dear and hopeless former student. He has a good spirit. You're lucky to have him, that's all.
What are you working on these days?
I thought being a Ket prisoner was the worst fate imaginable. Then I got home and saw my backlog. A Vaylek comes in every so often asking if I have a second. At this rate, I'll never catch up. To answer your question, I'm busy with everything and nothing. We'll see which wins.
Okay.
My translator doesn't know what to do with your title, Moshai.
Because it isn't a title, it's a reference. People from mythological times, before the Scourge. Legends say we once had many Moshai. Master inventors of unfailing wisdom, guided by boundless compassion.
That's a lot to live up to.
It's nonsense. Don't remember who first called me Moshai, but I do recall telling them to shut up. To my regret, the name stuck. I've minded less lately. Being the Moshai has its uses.
Well, at least you're getting
Any
out of it
ideas
what you
on how we
can.
stop the Ket for good?
The real question is, how do we define victory over them? Complete eradication? Unlikely, costly, and morally dubious. Drive them away? How? What stops them from returning?
Peaceful coexistence doesn't seem to be an option.
I like the first
There's
option.
much we still don't know. The Ket are not a simple problem. We can't reduce them to a simple solution.
When the Ket are gone, if we fix all these worlds, what do the Angara want?
Depends who you ask. We're individuals. Paran will continue spreading hope and optimism. I don't know what Ephra will do without an enemy to fight. Retirement won't suit him. As for me, maybe I'll just fade away. That's what people do when they're no longer needed, right?
But yeah, as she was saying during that, different options. If we were to basically chase them away, well, like you said, what's to stop them from coming back? But also, who knows where else they'll go and do exactly the same as they're doing with some new species they encounter there.
Thank you, Moshai.
As I said, I like the first option.
Ishare.
I mean, unless there's something we really don't know. Oh. We have here. Oh, vault plans. Remnant created device displays an interactive holographic display plan of Aya's vault.
Ephra informed me that the despot of Kadara Port, one of your people, executed Venterev. Regardless, it's done.
Again, dictation. After years of staring at these vault plans, so much of it still remains a mystery. Not that we haven't tried, still after what happened. Maybe it's best to leave the vault alone now. We spent so long on Aya, striving to learn whatever we can about the Remnant and their amazing constructs. I see your future in these Remnant plans. Call it intuition. Scientific intuition, if you will. But I've marked it down here for posterity. We'll see what unfolds. Alright. Regarding exaltation, the question isn't how the Ket genetically modify us, but why. If exaltation is their reproductive process, Ket are a model of inefficiency. If they can transform one life form into something so radically different, then surely the Ket must also be capable of creating clones. Wouldn't that provide more satisfactory results, especially for such a xenophobic culture? The goal of incorporating useful genetic material from other species into baseline cat genetic material doesn't fully explain the level of effort they expend. Exaltation is a lengthy and labor-intensive activity. What I witnessed at the facility didn't feel like mass production. It was almost religious. Yeah, that's definitely the feel I got. There's so much about our enemy I need to understand. I mean, they called it the temple. Caught there or something. Wait. I'm sure we entered there. For some reason I thought the door was like right there.
Bring your alien friends to see me soon. Promise?
Ivari?
As
Oh,
soon
her
as I
mother.
can,
Or
Kosa.
his mother.
So, how are the pups doing?
I released 3 that refused to be trained, but the other 2 are doing very well.
Ryder!
That's right, I'm supposed to scan some of these guys. Any more help?
Like a dollar situation. Have to deal with it someday.
Our chief Voneron filed a formal complaint. Said your people were taking our satellites.
No. The ones who stole them won't be doing anything else, so...
I took responsibility for that. It won't happen again.
I believe you. Even if the Voneron doesn't.
Alright, that's good.
What do you need? Good.
Did I ever look at this? Okay, apparently I did. Oh, need to use this.
No entering the med center until you're clean.
Yep. On it. Sorry, dude.
How can I help?
Ah, there you are.
I detect the infrared dye Silvus Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our man.
Talk down a second.
It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going. Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Lets us focus on everything else.
To be fair, though, it's not like they've had to, give embassies to anyone else. We're kind of a first.
Lots more of our people around lately. They'd better behave themselves.
Ain't that the truth? But
You're back.
Okay, nothing there. go ahead and
I
talk to
know
this guy.
why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
Oh, I just want to know what happened.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me?
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
So, before I go on with this, might have guessed it. There's some of the Angaran can't come here during the change because some of us are here, and maybe that Solarian took his friend's place, and wherever his friend had to go from there, got him killed.
You lost someone you cared about. Was it because of the Vassal?
That's one way to see it. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
I don't know which one to choose. I mean, maybe he should say that to him, and so it would calm him, the Solarian down as well.
He thinks you want him dead. Tell him what you just told me, and let's move on.
Thought I was clear the first time. Maybe his translator malfunctioned.
I'll talk to our ambassador, see if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
Got it, man. Anything else?
For listening, Pathfinder.
Yeah, I figured it was some kind of misunderstanding. Some regard, anyway. Let's take a look at the map. Speak to Hellrule. What a name. Maybe we can say something again to him.
I found the person who threatened you.
I know. I received a written apology from him. I assume I can continue my work undisturbed.
It was a misunderstanding. We cleared it up.
Then let's not waste any more time. You're interfering with my readings. Good day, Pathfinder.
You annoy me so much.
You're one of Ambassador Riala's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you finally showed up. Let's get down to it. I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens who didn't want me dead. But my family's here. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
I mean, there's more ways than just technology.
You can send messages, talk to them on the comm. We'll even arrange a visit.
You get it. All right. I'm in.
There we go. Nice.
Ambassador Riala said you're thinking of moving to the Nexus.
Pathfinder, I'm honored even to be considered for the transfer, but I won't be happy as just an observer. I need to work. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed employment alongside your people?
I mean, we could definitely learn from each other that way. I think I'm gonna go with sure, and if they have a problem with it, they can talk to me.
That's the whole point of this exchange. The Nexus needs people like you.
There, exactly.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll have your ambassador start the transfer. Thank you.
Alright, now let's head back to her.
Director 10 is pleased with the Angara you sent to the Nexus. Thank you for your help. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya.
I've heard of it. Why?
Angara are selling their slots to come here so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Oh, we have to do something.
I think the best thing to do would be talk to them about it and figure it out together. Yeah, I don't like any of the other options compared to this.
Governor Shai is on our side. She'll know what to do.
You're right. We need to solve this problem together. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director 10 immediately.
Alright, there we go.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
Alright, let's give this guy what he needs for the outpost.
I found Kiloa seeds for Eos. Is this enough?
It's perfect. I'll make sure Eos gets them.
Liability.
Here, I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Alright, well. I thought you were in a hurry. Get moving, man. Alright, I believe we are done here and can move on.